So what legal protection do I actually have? It's the right question to ask before committing to any co-ownership structure. Today we answered completely and honestly. Welcome to episode 6 of the Lifestyle Portfolio. I'm Mohamed from Copay, and with me is my always brilliant co-host Himanshu Aurora. Today we're going deep into legal structure because frankly, if you can't clearly explain what you're buying and what protects you, you shouldn't buy it. And we're going to go through that very plainly and simply. Let's start with the basics. SPV stands for Special Purpose Vehicle. It's a legal entity, usually a company or unit trust, created for a specific purpose. In Copay's case, each property is held within its own SPV.
I'll explain it to you in details. So rather than the 8 co-owners jointly owning the property directly as a tenants in common, they each own a share of SPV, which owns the property, making it more simple and easier to exit and enter.
Correct. And that distinction matters for a few important reasons. One, your liability is limited to your share. The SPV is a separate legal entity. Its obligations do not become your personal obligations beyond your capital invested.
Number 2, it's much cleaner. From an estate planning perspective, your share of the SPV is an asset in your estate. It can be transferred, gifted, or liquidated as part of a will.
Number 3, the exit mechanism is workable. You're selling a share and not trying to force a property sale that requires all co-owners to agree. Whether you're looking at Copay or any other co-ownership agreement, here are 5 things a solicitor would expect to see before recommending you sign. Number 1, clearly defined usage allocation. Your specific weeks, not a first-come, first-served booking system. They are contractual in writing, allocated before settlement. The second item is fee transparency, a cap on annual management fees, a clear schedule of what's included and what triggers additional charges. In Copay's structure, everything is documented in a fee transparency deed. Number 3, decision-making thresholds. What decisions require majority approval versus unanimous agreement? Major capital expenditure decisions, property sale, or significant renovations. These need clear rules or co-owners end up in a deadlock.
Exactly. And deadlock is the number 1 reason where informal co-ownership arrangements end badly.
Absolutely. Number 4, dispute resolution. A mechanism that doesn't require co-owners to resolve conflicts directly. A professional manager or arbiter. Copay acts as a neutral operator, which removes a massive source of interpersonal friction. And number 5, exits. The most important and most often missing clause. You need to be able to exit without the other co-owner's consent and without being forced to find your own buyer. This is where Copay's company-backed buyback program provides this.
One question to you, Mom. Should buyers use their own solicitor to review the agreement?
Absolutely. We actively encourage it. We want every buyer to have the agreement reviewed by an independent solicitor before signing, not because we need them to trust us, but because they should verify protections for themselves. Always do your due diligence.
So what are the key things a solicitor should focus on?
For one, it'll be the exit mechanism. They'd want to confirm the buyback is binding on Copay and not discretionary. They check the fee cap is contractual and not just a policy statement. And they'd review the decision-making thresholds to ensure no single co-owner can block a reasonable exit or force a sale.
And they had verified the SPV is properly constituted, that your share is genuinely legal interest, not just a contractual claim.
Absolutely. So question this week, what happens to my share if Copay as a company ceases to operate? This is an important question. Your share is in an SPV, which is a separate legal entity from Copay. Copay being the management company. If Copay ceased operating, the SPV would continue to exist. The co-owners would elect a new manager, and your ownership interest is not dependent on Copay's survival as a business.
Which is exactly how it should be structured. The asset is separate from the operator, which means you are very much protected.
Absolutely right. There's more information on the website, copay.au, and qualified buyers will receive information as part of the purchase process and can also request additional information before committing to anything. So I hope that helps everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week. Thank you.